Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tammy and this is Happiness Created. Today I have a really fun bee mega video for you, so let's get started. So I'm taking a sign from Dollar Tree and some scrapbook paper. Now the paper is too big, or not big enough, I'm sorry. So I am going to take my little table saw and I'm just going to cut down the sign so that the paper fits perfectly. Then I just sand it down, make sure there's nothing rough going on, and use my little ladybug to clean up. Now I'm just going to take the tag off of the sign and I just sand down the rest of the sticky stuff. Then I'm going to take some Mod Podge and I'm just going to go over the whole entire sign. Now, give me some grace. I was new here. So yeah, I did use a lot of Mod Podge there. And then I covered it with a lot of Mod Podge. But anyway, once it dried, I'm taking my finger sander and just going around the edges to take off the excess paper. Then I got these sunflowers from Dollar Tree. They're those wall decals. So I am just going to use them to decorate this little sign. Once I got them all on, I'm taking my little roller thingy and just flattening everything down and then just cutting off the excess. And then I'm going to take some of that craft paper from Dollar Tree and I'm just going to cover the back of the sign to get rid of the ugly. Now, I started off with this roller. I don't know why I used the roller and not just the finger sander, but I did. So anyway, now I'm just taking a piece of that jute cording that I get from Amazon and hot gluing it to the back to make myself a little hanger. And this piece is done. I think it's so cute. It's got little bees on it. I think it's adorable. Let me know what you think. So now I have a picture from the Dollar Tree. So I'm just going to open it up and take the glass out because I didn't want it. Okay, so now I'm using some white Waverly chalk paint and I am going to cover the whole frame with the chalk paint. And I'm not doing like a full coat, but just covering it. Now I'm taking one of these little mason jars from Dollar General and I covered that with the Waverly chalk paint and I'm doing the same with the cardboard backing of the picture. And then I am going to go over that with some of the elephant chalk paint, doing a looks like a pretty heavy dry brushing on both of these. And then I'm going to add the mason jar to the backing, of the picture, but I guess I'm going to add the cardboard backing. Now I didn't put the glass back in, just so you know. And yeah, here I go. I am hot gluing it right onto the backing. Now again, give me some grace. I'm just starting here. So anyway, I am taking these sunflowers and I am just going to cut them down as much as I can and then hot glue them so that it looks like they're sitting in the mason jar. And then I'm just going to take the leaves and add them kind of sporadically around the flowers. And then I just added a couple smaller ones to the front of the mason jar. Now I got these little bees from Amazon. They're all different sizes. I think there's like 3 or 4 sizes. And I'm just kind of adding them all over the picture frame and the picture. And that's it for this one. I think it's adorable for a beginner. Let me know what you guys think. Okay, so now I have these signs. They were like the hanging sign from Easter. I took them off the little hanger and I painted the front with the Waverly white chalk paint, and then I went over it very generously with the elephant chalk paint. And now I have these wall decals from Dollar Tree that say "Be Happy," and they've got flowers on them as well as a little bee. So see, you can see the Easter part right there. Anyhow, so I am just putting these little decals right on the little sign pieces. And there's the bee. So see, it's a bee because it's a mega video with bees. Anyhow, so now I'm just going to cover everything with the Mod Podge, and then I'm taking some of the tumbling tower blocks and I am going to hot glue a couple of them together and then to the back of the signs. So now I have some standing signs. Now, I would cover the back now, but I didn't then, and I'm not sure why. But let me know what you guys think of that. Okay, so now I have some E6000 and some hot glue I think I'm going to use. I have a vase from the Dollar Tree and then one of those candle dish things, that thing right there. And I tipped the vase upside down and I glued it to the candle holder or candle dish or plate or whatever it is. Now I'm taking some of the super glue from the Dollar Tree and I'm going to super glue some of this jute cording around the glass vase because hot glue and glass don't go along together very well. So once I get that first line, then I'm taking the hot glue and I'm going around the jute cording, not the glass. And I'm gluing the jute to itself, if that makes sense. And I go all the way up to the top, and then I'm just going to make a little loop for the top piece. I don't know why. Why do we put a little loop on the top? I don't know. It's not like you can hang it. It's glass. It's too heavy. But anyway, then I'm going to take a small piece and make a circle on the front, what will be the front of this piece. Okay, so now that's done. Now I'm going to super glue more of this jute cording because I want to cover the plate, as much of the plate as I can with this cording as well. Now I'm going to take some of that chalkboard paint from the Dollar Tree and I'm just going to paint the inside of this circle so that it'll look like the entrance of a beehive. Anyway, so now I'm taking more of those little bees that I got from Amazon, and I'm just placing them all around my little beehive here. Then what do I have there? Oh, okay, so I have some sunflower ribbon, and I am going to, I end up like gluing it to itself because it was too thick, and also because it doesn't have any wire, I just wanted it to stay stiff. So that was my way of fixing it. And then I just hot glued it to the top, to the loop, and just tacked the tails down. And then I have this small sunflower that I'm going to add to the top, just to, I don't know, give it a little more interest. And then I do add some more flowers down at the base. And here it is. I think it's so stinking cute. I love it. Let me know what you think. I wanted to let you guys know I am on Instagram, Facebook, and Pinterest. I also have a Buy Me a Coffee link if you're interested in supporting my channel that way. But either way, stop on by my social medias and say hi. I would love to hear from all of you. Okay, now I'm taking another one of the Dollar Tree signs, and I took the hanger off, and I'm just using some of the putty to fill in where the staples were. Now I'm taking some of this yellow folk art paint, I believe it's folk art, and one of these calendar pages, and after I paint it, I'm letting it dry, and I'm cutting out little pieces of the page. And now I'm just going around the edge of the pieces that I cut out of the calendar page to darken up my goodness, the edges. And then I am going to go around the picture and do the same thing. And then once I figure out the placement of everything, I'm darkening everything. But now I'm taking some Mod Podge and I'm just going around and sticking everything down in the different areas that I want them to be. Oh, my word. I'm really struggling today for my words. But once I'm done putting everything down, I just put a top coat of Mod Podge over the entire piece. And then I am making a horrible mess here. I just went around and darkened up. I wanted it to look older, I guess. I don't know. I'm taking the craft paper and going over the back just to, again, cover up the ugly that was back there. And then going around the edges to get rid of the excess paper. Once that's done, I'm taking another piece of the jute cording to glue to the back as my hanger. And then I'm going to take more of those little bees from Amazon, and I am just gluing them sporadically wherever I feel they need to be. Then I'm going to take some more of these flowers. I think I got this bouquet from either Walmart or Michael's, and I'm adding some flowers and some ribbon to the top corner of this picture. And that's it for this one. I think it came out pretty stinking cute for just starting out my channel. Let me know what you guys think. Okay, for this next one, I am going to be using some resin. So this resin is a 1-to-1 ratio. So I am just going to measure out what I need and place it all together and mix it up. Now you got to make sure you mix it up good, but you got to go slow. You don't want to have too many bubbles. Anyway, now I'm going to take some mica powder. I believe this is golden yellow, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, so I'm going to just mix it all up, and then I have these adorable molds that I got off of Amazon. One has like the honeycomb, and the other one has like a little bee at the bottom. And I think the other one is, maybe there's only two. No, there's three. One of them's plain. So I added some of the resin at the bottom, and then I am taking one of the stickers that I just showed you I got from Hobby Lobby, and it's a little bee, and I stuck it in there. Now I should have placed a little bit at the bottom and let it cure for a little bit, but I didn't. So the bee was kind of floating all around, but I was okay with that in the end. So now I'm taking my little butane torch thing just to get all the air bubbles out. And now the next day, I am taking some of my black chalk paint, going around the edges, and here they are. I think they're super adorable. Let me know what you guys think. For this next one, I have one of those house shelf sitter things from Dollar Tree, and then this paper was sent to me from my friend Maxine from Maxine Loves Crafts. I will have her channel linked below. Go check her out. So I just well, the first one I cut out wrong, so there's that. But anyway, so now I'm taking my glue stick and I am just going to glue the paper to the house instead of trying to cut it out first, because that's where I made my mistake. I cut it too short. But anyways, went around the edge, got all the excess paper off with my finger sander. The black paint came in with painting the shelf and the edges of the little house. And then I'm placing some little bees and a little pot with some flowers from a pick. And that's it. It's super adorable. I love it. Let me know what you think. So I got one of those fake book stacks from the Dollar Tree. By the way, I hate them. Just FYI. They're so cheap. I didn't like them. But anyway, so I painted I painted it with some, I believe it was plaster, but it might be white. And then I have this ribbon that I got from Dollar Tree. One has honeycomb on it. One has bees on it. And the other one might be plain. Nope, just the bees and the honeycombs. And then I stuck a little honey dipper thing on top, and that's it. I think it's super adorable. So now I have these hexagon shaped frames, and this paper is from Creative Fabrica. Again, if you haven't, well, I might have said this on my other video, but if you haven't been on Creative Fabrica, go. You're going to love it. They have everything. So I traced out all of the paper that I'm going to be using, and then I added them to the frames, plural. And now I am taking one of my little transfers from Chalk Couture, and it's a bee, and I am just going on the glass with it. And I just added a few of these in kind of crazy spots, whatever. So on two of the frames. And now I'm going to take some super glue, or that Cementol, and some hot glue, and I am going to glue these 4 frames together. Now I wish I had more than 4, but I didn't, so that's what I used. Now I'm taking the big craft sticks and I am going to reinforce the back so that it doesn't break apart. So anyway, that's all I'm doing here. And then I have some other stickers that I got from Hobby Lobby right here. And I am just going to take little pieces of the honeycomb portion, and I am going to kind of place them all around the frames. And that's it for this one. I think it's super adorable. Again, it's Creative Fabrica. Make sure you go check them out. You're going to love them, I promise. Okay, this next one. I got those hexagon-shaped pieces of wood off of Amazon, and then this picture was from Hobby Lobby at 90% off after Christmas, this past Christmas. So I laid them all out. I cut out as many of the smaller pieces as I could, and now I am going to paint the inside of this picture with my black chalk paint. Now I was gonna try to wing it, but then I decided to use some tape, which was a good call on my end. So once I get it all painted, I'm just putting that aside, and I'm going to take these little hexagon shaped pieces and I am going to paint some in yellow, some in black, some in white. Now, I did end up painting the frame white because I did get paint everywhere, even with the tape. Yes, I did. So I am not ashamed to say it. So now I have everything laid out the way I want it, and I have to paint the smaller pieces. So once I get those all painted in the colors they're supposed to be, I started laying them out, and I started in the center. Bad idea. Don't do that. You want to start on an end. So I pulled them up. You're not going to see all that ugliness. But I am now laying down again the shapes so that I can fill this in. Now I have one of these frames from the Dollar Tree. It's a little beehive. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to take some E6000 and I am going to glue it to all of these little hexagon shapes in the picture and clamp it down to dry. Now that it's dry, I have this little sticker. It says love. And then I have a little bee sticker, so I put it on top. Get it? Bee love. Then I grabbed some of those resin bees that I got off of Amazon, and I am just kind of placing them around the picture kind of sporadically. Then I decide to take this bee ribbon from the Dollar Tree. So I take the bees that I had on the frame off, and I'm just going to go around the frame with the ribbon, and then I will replace the bees. Then I'm going to take this jute cording I got from Amazon. It's thicker than the normal stuff I buy. It was an accident. It was a happy accident. So I just went around the inside of the frame with that. And that's it for this one. And I absolutely love, love, love this. Let me know what you guys think. So now I have this dish I got from Hobby Lobby. It was 40% off. And so I am just adding some of the candle wicks, and there's the candles that I melted from the Dollar Tree. And I did add some wax melts so that they would smell good. And then I filled the jar, and then I had some extra wax. So I used these 2 small dishes from the Dollar Tree as well. Now there was an indent in the center. So if you make candles and you get that, you can just heat it up with your heat gun and it will fill in nicely. And I think this is so pretty. So I have these little cork discs from BB Crafts, and I just added one to the bottom to protect the surface that it's sitting on. And that's it. I love this so much. And it smells so good. I use that Zen from Walmart. It's like the Better Homes and Gardens, I think. Anyway, I love the smell of that, and that's what I used. So let me know what you think of these. So because I didn't really have a plan for these, I just took some stickers from Hobby Lobby and wrapped them around the glass, and I think they came out super cute. Let me know what you think of these. For this next one, I have this charger from the Dollar Tree, and I don't know what it was called. That went way too fast for me, but anyway. I got these wooden laser cutouts from the Dollar Tree. So I am just using my rich black, and I used some rub and buff and some of the metallic gold from Folk Art to paint that wood piece. And I went around the charger to just give it like a smoother look, if you will. And then I decided with whatever excess was on of the rub and buff that was on the paper towel that I would just kind of go over the black that was on this wood cutout. Now I'm just taking my hot glue and I'm going to glue it right into place. And I believe this was the first time I used the rub and buff. So I wasn't sure what to use it on really, but there you go. It worked out good. So now I am taking some twine and I just made a hanger with that twine. Then I got this ribbon off of Amazon and I just am making a bow to place on the front of my little charger here. So you can hang it up, or you can just put it in one of those like picture stands that they have at the Dollar Tree, those little like wire stand things. I think they're picture stand, I don't know. But anyways, you can use one of those, or like I said, you can hang it up because I did add the hanger. So yeah, so here I am. I covered the twine in the center. You know how I make my bows. I do the awareness ribbon, scrunch it in the center, and then wrap some twine around, and you know how it goes. So now I'm taking some of that jute cording and I'm just going around the outside of the charger just to give it a little more interest. And then I just make a shoestring bow, and just like tying your shoes, and I just added that to the top of my bow. And here it is. I think it's so pretty. I really, really like this. In fact, I still have it hanging up on my door. So let me know what you think of that one. Now I have another one of those cutouts, and I have one of the wreaths from the Dollar Tree. Now, at first I was like, this is not big enough to hot glue to this wreath, but I do make it work. So I'm taking my antique wax and I just go over the entire wood piece. And then I'm taking this ribbon that I got from Amazon. Like I said earlier, it should be in my store down below. And I'm just going to wrap this entire wreath form with this ribbon. Now I'm taking some more of this ribbon and some of that bee ribbon, and I'm going to make a beautiful bow to place on top of my wreath. So I just find the center on both pieces. One is cut shorter than the other, do the awareness ribbon, scrunch it in the center, wrap the twine around, you know. So, and then I do cover the center, the twine, because that's what I do. But anyway, so now I'm just going to hot glue it to the top part of the wreath, and I did dovetail the ends on the ribbons. Now I have these beautiful bees I got off of Amazon. They have like crystals, like jewels. They're all sparkly and all glam, if you will. And I am just placing them around the wreath and on the wood piece. And I did put one in the center of my bow. And then I went and added a small piece of the jute cording to the back as a hanger. And here it is. I love it. This one's still hanging up too. Let me know what you guys think of this one. So that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and give it a great big thumbs up for me. It really helps me out with YouTube, and it lets them know that you enjoy my content and will push it out for others to enjoy as well. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I hope you'll consider sticking around and becoming part of our YouTube family. I thank you so much for taking time out of your day to spend with me, and I will see you next time.